Welcome back to Law and Order. I have filled the screen out with the game this time. Holy crap, right? Well, anyway, last episode we gave that guy who killed the guy we were originally trialing. We put on trial. I don't know how to say it the triple way. Well, it doesn't even matter. We're on episode 2 now. So let's just hop right into it. Why not, right? If it loads. Did it fuck up? No, it loaded.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups. The police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
These are real stories. Oh, damn.
Coming, sweetie. Shh. Mommy's here, Noah.
Did it freeze for a second? What? Damn, what happened to you?
Neil? That you?
He looks pretty dead. Ah! Oh my god! What the fuck happened, man? That's what I wanna know.
Did you see anything when you opened the door? Anybody on the street? A car?
No, nothing at all. At first I thought it was some kind of prank, but then I looked down and saw Neil.
Okay, yeah, that's all the questions for now.
Some prank.
Yeah, well, sounds like he was a real cut-up.
So what we're after? Brooklyn. So I guess every episode has the cool little intro, which I think Telltale Games does that with all their episodes, which is cool. You know, it makes it more episodic. I actually enjoy it. So we're going to find out what happened to this guy who they thought was a prank. I don't know what the hell's going on. The dude's dead. Abby Carmichael, not her. Jack McCoy, he's pretty cool. It's like the younger version of the Soprano dude. Adam.
What's that, goulash? Get it out of here, Ray, for God's sake.
What's the matter? Doesn't smell too bad to me.
No, it smells too good. Julia's got me on a health food diet. She's got this crazy idea high blood pressure is a bad thing.
Sounds like a real nut. I give it 3 weeks.
The diet or Julia?
Both.
Rogers just dropped off the report on Neil Jensen. Exsanguination.
Poor guy bled to death.
Well, that would explain all the red stuff.
Wow. What? Lieutenant Vibber can supply valuable information about the case. Ask her about the victim's wound by selecting the topic button. We're going to talk about that victim wounds.
How many cuts we talking about?
Over a dozen, but most of them are superficial. Victim bled out from a deep laceration to the femoral artery.
Did the wounds match the cause of death? Oh shit, I didn't even fucking... He probably bled to death, right? Yeah. Fuck me. Correct. Because there's got like a delay on that one. Remember the cause of death was anybody's blood. Fatal loss of blood. Important cause or fatal loss of oxygen. I think it was more blood. Extermination or death by dying. That one? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought it was. Good job, detective. Lieutenant Van can help reveal, that's definitely not review, and that's not even a word, reveal more information about Neil, it was Neil Jensen's murder, that's his name. Ask her about any of these new topics. New topics have been revealed. Let's talk about the time of death.
Time of death?
4:17 a.m. Apparently, the guy was still alive when his wife found him, but just barely. Blood trail leads down to the curb, then disappears.
Well, at least he got to die at home. When did he get wounded?
Around 2.
Slow bleeder.
Well, we've all got problems.
Who is this Briscoe guy? He's freaking old. He's awesome. He's my favorite new character right now. No, he didn't. He bled to death. Obviously. That's what we established. Report says it takes an hour for him to bleed out. Report says it took 2 hours from report says his wife, he died before his wife found him. No. Briscoe says maybe he was attacked by... What? Briscoe says maybe he was attacked by midget vampires. You gotta watch out for those midget vampires. You never know when you get attacked by midget vampires. You never know when it's going to happen. We'll say about 2 hours. I don't know how long it would take for you to bleed out. Would it take an hour or 2? I'm going to go with an hour. No, it was probably 2 hours. It was probably 2 hours. Let's talk about the weapons.
What do we know about the weapon? Switchblade, maybe?
Right length, but Roger says it was curved, like a scythe.
My victim was done in by a midget Grim
Oh
Reaper.
my god. This guy, Frisco, on fire over here. I guess that's his name. Physical evidence.
Anything we can use to ID the perp?
No fingerprints, but it appears some of the blood on Jensen's clothes wasn't his own.
Our victim got in a few good jabs before he went down, huh? What does the lab have to say?
Results aren't back yet. Any minute now.
He looked pretty tired. Just saying, he looked pretty tired.
Van Buren. Uh-huh. Really? How do they... Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Elliptical and nucleated. Got it. Well, let us know if you find out anything else. That was the lab.
Elliptical and nucleated?
The red blood cells? Turns out it's not human. It's bird blood.
What kind of bird?
A dead one, I'm guessing.
My victim was stabbed with a pelican.
What? Excellent work, detective. You've increased your detective rank. Yes. So he was killed by a bird? What is going on? I don't even know. Was he at an underground fighting league where they pulled birds as weapon, beaks from the bird? I don't even know. We're going to go on to the next episode, though. Well, the next part of the episode. Jensen residence.
Hold off a minute, Lenny. I got something here.
What?
The Jensen's nanny. She's waiting to catch a bus, but I don't see it coming yet.
Then let's not waste any time.
Mind if we ask you a few questions?
Let's talk about the marriage.
How did Mr. and Mrs. Jensen get along? Did they fight?
All married couples fight sometimes, I guess. I don't plan to get married myself.
I used to say that too.
Yeah, I said it a bunch. Yeah, never did me any good.
But not everybody fights in front of the nanny.
Yeah, I'm gonna press the topic further. Hell yeah. The nanny is cute. The nanny's being... Oh, why? Fighting in front of the nanny could be a sign. Yeah, it could be serious marital tension. I believe in that. The widow stated her nanny was acting suspicious. I don't remember that at all. The nanny is being unhelpful and combative. No, she's not. The nanny is cute. I can't argue with that. She don't look too bad. Fighting in front could be marital tension. I'm telling you, I know what it is. Alright, I'm telling you. That guy was sleeping with this nanny and the wife found out. I'm telling you. What's your relationship with the deceased?
Did you know Neil Jensen very well?
You mean, were we lovers?
That wasn't where I was going.
But since you brought the subject up...
No, he was my employer, that's all. I liked him, though. We had a lot of good talks. He was interested in stuff, you know? Ideas. He was really interested when he found out I was a Wiccan. He liked to ask questions.
No, they don't rule her out. They don't rule her out. She's still a suspect. I'm just... Why can't you rule her out? Nannies are always lying about something. Way to be stereotypical. Curtis believes you. Well, Curtis? Briscoe said they found a young woman's fingerprints on the body. I don't remember that. We haven't had time to check her alibi. Okay, that's what I thought. I don't even know what her alibi is. I haven't asked her yet. We're going to ask her right now, though.
Where were you Wednesday morning at 2 a.m.?
In bed. Where else?
Here?
I only work days. I live in Bedford-Stuy. Check with my parents if you don't believe me.
Plausible alibi. Yeah. It's plausible. Anything's plausible, right? There's no reason for me not to believe her. No one from Bed-Stuy. Okay. Remember, subject says she lives with the parents. It would be easy. Yeah, exactly. It would be easy to confirm her alibi. So. Unless parents could lie for her. You never know. Let's talk about fighting.
What did Mr. and Mrs. Jensen fight about when they fought?
The usual. Money. I guess he was better at spending it than making it, and new babies cost a lot. He was pretty pissed when she cut off his allowance.
Allowance? How old was he, 12?
Hey, don't tell her I told you that. I want their nice as it is.
Could there be trouble? What about that money, We're getting a bunch of stars this episode. Which conclusion is not supported by the name's words? There could be tension between them. Yeah, I could tell by that. Mr. and Mrs. Yeah, definitely. They fought about the baby and they fought about money. It's probably one of those two. If she's mad about the allowance being counted, it's about the money. So I'm gonna talk about the baby. Yeah, I'm on fire right now, boys. I'm on fire.
Here's my bus. Gotta run.
We got all we need out of her. Come on, let's talk to the widow.
You know what? I flew through that. God, I increased my detective rank again. That's 2 times in a row. Man, I killed that one though. I didn't get no red herrings. I'm pretty sure Wiccan is the only thing I didn't do. But I know that had nothing to do with the case. So we're gonna hit the next part. Why not? That was a little quick.
I'm sorry I wasn't much help to you last night.
We quite understand, Mrs. Jensen. You've been through a terrible shock.
Please call me Ellie. And I apologize again in advance. I'm going to have to cut this short when Noah wakes up at 3:55.
You've got him on a schedule?
It's the other way around. Wait and see. You could set your watch by him.
Huh. Let's talk about the history of Neil.
Anything you can tell me about your husband's background?
He had a poker problem in college when I first knew him. Junior year, I had to cover his student fees because he'd gambled away the money his parents gave him. Of course, that was 15 years ago, but I worried maybe he was falling back into old habits.
Falling back into old habits, huh? Let's talk about his spending habits.
Any idea what Mr. Jensen wasted your money on?
God knows. Like I said, he was very closed-mouthed about his research expeditions.
I didn't even pay attention. Sure, I'll believe her because I didn't pay no attention. Fuck me. Well, I fucked up.
What's that noise?
Our chickens. Henny, Penny, and Maxine.
Cool.
You've never seen chickens in New York?
Well, sure, but they usually come with biscuits and a side of mashed potatoes.
You're behind the times, officers. Urban farming is the wave of the future. Fosters a connection to the earth. Plus, once you've tasted homegrown eggs, those watery factory-produced things just make you gag.
Make you gag, huh? Psh, chicken blood. Oh, shit, that's true. She's got chickens.
One of the things we're trying to make sense of here, Ellie, is we found avian blood on your husband's clothes.
Avian?
Bird blood.
I know what the word means. It's just very odd.
That's what we thought.
Maybe your husband slaughtered a chicken for dinner last night?
I don't think so. He doesn't take much of an interest in them, to be honest. They're more my thing. He only helps out when it's something I can't bring myself to do.
Alright, let's change the subject.
Your nanny.
Ada Marie Velasquez.
This may be an indelicate question, but your husband never...
Neil liked to flirt, but he wasn't a cheater.
You're sure?
I know what goes on in my house. I'm sure of that. And I installed a nanny cam to make extra sure.
Is that right, huh? A nanny cam.
Was your husband missing anything when you found him? Any valuable personal items?
His wallet?
Was on him. $8 and a MasterCard.
His Rolex.
November ever mission. I don't remember. I don't think so. That's what I thought.
No Rolex on the body.
I gave it to him on our 10-year anniversary. It's engraved. He always wore it.
What if the nanny killed him? So many possibilities.
We heard something about you cutting off your husband's allowance.
No.
No? I don't believe you. I mean, I've always heard about it. I mean, you say financially. Jenny Marie, is that No, the nanny. Neil was interested in divorce. I don't remember that. Adam Marie already stated Ellie cut off her husband. So Marie even reported that Neil's wallet was completely empty. He said he had $1 in it, or $1.20 or something. I'm about to fuck up. It was the nanny. Did the nanny have a name? Adam Marie said that. Adam Marie, that's her name. Yeah, I knew she had a name. Just couldn't remember.
Who told you that, Ada Marie?
We're not at liberty to divulge.
She's alluding to the fact that I took Neil's name off the savings account last week. I didn't enjoy doing it, but...
Yes?
When Neil was in research mode, he spent money. Well, recklessly. He'd get so caught up in his work, prudence would go out the window. I used to put up with it, but new babies are expensive.
Yeah. I want to know why can't I ask about the research? I want to.
Your husband was a writer.
Oh, maybe I've read some of his work.
I doubt it. I didn't mean that the way it sounds. You don't by any chance subscribe to the Metamodernist Quarterly.
So your husband wasn't about to become the next John Grisham.
Wasn't that difficult for you? I mean, him not bringing in a regular income?
We got by. I believed in my husband's work, Detective, and thankfully my income was sufficient to support both of us comfortably. I'm principal at PS 84.
PS 118. Hey Arnold. No, it was 84. Where was he at last time?
Do you know where your husband went last night?
I have no idea. He left the house around 9, said he'd be back late, and I shouldn't worry.
But you did.
Of course, but no more than usual. This was par for the course for Neil. When he's working on a new story, he'll go off on research expeditions. Often at strange hours, sometimes for days at a time. And he never talks about it till he has a rough draft on paper. Doesn't want anyone to influence his thought process.
Does it contradict the time of death? No. Oh. If he died at night, and he goes out in strange hours. Ellie was vague on whether Neil was out late. Ellie said Neil left at 9 p.m. He died at 4 a.m. More than enough time to be attacked. You think I fucking remember what time he died? I think he died at 2. No! Fuck! Neil and the chickens.
About those chickens of yours, what do you mean when you say Neil would do the things you couldn't bring yourself to do?
Well, Raccoon's got one once, and he cleaned up the mess, but that was ages ago. And I made him get rid of Roger last July.
Roger?
A cockerel. He started out as Rebecca. See, keeping hens is perfectly legal in New York City, but it's against the law to keep a rooster.
Makes sense to me.
We raised our brood from chicks. And of course all chicks look alike. They're sexed before they're sold, but the process isn't foolproof. We bought 4 hens.
And one of them turned out to be a rooster.
Right. By the time we found out she was a he, I had grown fond of him. I didn't have the heart to get rid of him myself, so I made Neil do it. But like I said, that was practically a year ago.
Do you know what he did with it?
He took it back to the farm we got it from, in New Jersey. Cora's Cluckers. I can give you their number. They know us there. There goes the alarm.
3:55.
What'd I tell you? Right on schedule.
Ooh, I about messed that up. I was only 1 strike again. I still increased my detective rank, so I guess that's still a win. I about screwed up and didn't get my, I about got 3 strikes. That's what I was trying to say. But there we go. That does that. We're going to the chicken house. The red. I don't even know where we're going. Something about chickens. He's into the chicken business. It seems he likes chickens. But that's going to do it for now. Next time we will do the next part of this episode. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful day as well. This is Abyss, like always. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.